Welcome to another edition of Fastcast. On this episode, we will be looking at some of the topics released under NASA's SBIR and STTR program solicitation, and talk about the typical format of the NASA topic areas.
Today, we will talk about the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA, and topic areas under their SBIR and STTR programs. Like the DoD before them, NASA's SBIR and STTR programs work more like a contracting vehicle than a granting vehicle. This means that their topic areas tend to be extremely focused towards a particular need or problem, as essentially, they are soliciting for a technology fit to meet their needs. Though this does mean that topic areas are much narrower, you have an almost guaranteed customer for your commercialization. NASA releases their topics once a year, typically opening in mid-November and closing in late January or early February. However, this upcoming procurement cycle, the solicitation is scheduled to open in mid-January and close in mid-March. NASA has a strict regulation that calls for blackout periods during the SBIR submission window. According to NASA, upon issuance of the final solicitation, a formal blackout period starts. In a blackout period, NASA personnel, other than the NASA contracting officer, are directed to refrain from formal or informal discussions with industry regarding the procurement. During the blackout period, all questions or inquiries regarding the procurement must be directed to the contracting officer. Do note, though, that NASA blackout periods are not intended to cut all communications with the small business. NASA contracting officers are directed to continue to provide information as long as it does not create an unfair competitive advantage or reveal offer proprietary data. This means that while you may not be able to directly interface with the topic authors, the contracting officer can still pass your questions along, as long as it does not create any non-compete or unfairness issues in the contracting process. Rather than having topic areas, NASA utilizes research topics in their solicitations. Though they have a different moniker, these research topics work much like topic areas, in that they are a direct and very focused request for technology or innovation to meet a particular need. Again, because NASA works like a contracting agency for their SBIR and STTR programs, these research topics provide an overview of the need, the reason for the need, and the exact requirements for the proposed technology to fill. As these topics change on a regular basis, you will want to familiarize yourself with a new solicitation at each cycle to see if you have a technology or innovation that possibly fits their needs. The research topics are divided into focus areas, essentially a way for NASA to group their interests and related technologies together, and 5 mission directorates, which provide overall policy direction for implementation of the NASA SBIR and STTR programs. The directorates identify high-priority research problems and technology needs for their respective programs and projects. The range of problems and technologies is broad, and the list of topics and subtopics vary in content from year to year to maintain alignment with the current needs. This makes it easier for the proposer to navigate through NASA's needs and see how those needs are related to each other.